my screen? I said, could you see my screen? Give me the answer. We did not say yes. Yes, I believe that you could see my screen as well as you could hear my voice. Am I right? Say yes. You are not saying yes. Okay, now let us go to the work of the thing. I can do either your work or anybody's work, but the rules and regulations are the same. Is it clear? St. Augustine, University of Tanzania, there is a logo, School of Law. Can you write it? Because a rule says that anything which is in the middle of it should be always bold and capital letters. But here we can give the exception, School of Law. But in the role of against the bias for the officer of preventing and combating the corruption bureau, when I don't know why W is a capital letter. W is a capital letter. I don't know why it is kept a capital letter. It should be a small letter. When you write the rule of against the bias of officer, generally it goes with the plural. So better you say the officers. Is a grammatical error is there. Hence better to say officer of preventing and combating the corruption bureau when involved in corruption in Tanzania. Yeah, Juliet Elisaria, registered number LL full stop M full stop virgule 2021 virgule 3797. A dissertation in partial fulfillment of the. I don't know why you kept the article. The is the capital letter here, so it should be changed in this manner. The requirement for the, again, the means is the capital letter. No, try to avoid it whenever it comes. Because of the conjunctions, subordinating conjunction or coordinating conjunction or the definite article or the indefinite article or the prepositions, when they come in the middle of the sentences, they should not be capital letters. That is the fundamental rule. The degree of the Master of St. Augustine, University of Tanzania, no doubt at all. But when you come to the matter of the July, here, sometimes people use the July, 2023, and sometimes they will avoid it. So it depends upon it whether to use it or may not use it. But uniformity should be there. But the grammarian says you are not supposed to use it. The grammarian means a grammar software is there. It says you are not supposed to use it. So certification, the undersigned certify that he has read and hereby. When you say hereby, it's the third person singular, hence verb should be end with the S or ES. So here recommends, that is the right appropriate word. For the acceptance by the St. Augustine University of Tanzania, semicolon, research title, and accord the rule against the bias for the officers of the preventing. Here we said officers. S should be there because we put the officers there. And of the preventing and combating the corruption bureau when involved in the corruption in Tanzania. Very good. And partial fulfillment of the requirement of the degree of the Master of Laws, LLM in economic laws. Okay, Dr. Mohammed Saheb Hussain, supervisor, date well and good, no doubt at all, declaration. And after you have to keep the comma, I, Juliet Seria, declare. Yes, declare that this presentation is my own original work and that it has never been previously presented, will not be presented to any other university for the similar work. No doubt at all, it is clear. Okay, now you go to the further copyright. I don't know why you did not mention the Berne Convention. There should be a word, Berne Convention would be there, that should be mentioned. I don't know why you did not mention. Because that is the international convention. Berne Convention has to be mentioned. I don't know why you did not mention the Berne Convention. Because copyright goes with the Berne Convention. That is the international convention plus author, the scholar as well as the center. Augusta University of Tanzania, both together. Please check the other things where the Berne Convention is mentioned. So that is the point which I want to make it out here. And the person whose work I am doing and she is absent or present, I would like to see it. Are you present? The work which I am going to deal is she is absent. That is the fate of our supervisee. See, I told you that if you want to be present, you should be present over there so that you could know it, but never, because old habits die hard. Old habits seldom die. So, dedication, I have the pleasure to dedicate, okay, no matter. Even a grammarian also says there is no fault at all. Okay, God bless you. We can say chapter 1, general introduction. Okay, 1.1 introduction, and a grammarian also says there is no grammatical mistakes here there, otherwise it will be highlighted to me because I do have a software which will say about it. Varioba, I think the name is there, of course they write in this manner. And the loss and, when you say loss and, you should have the comma, and the loss and oversight of the and, again it is be comma should come over there, because when you use the word loss, it is not a, yes, that is the, and establishment, include the establishment, that is the wording here. The establishment should be come over there. And when you go further, yes, public pursue, yes, what should be the right word for the pursue here? I will give the public pursues, that means is the SRES should be added over there and declined. Now let us see the footnote, how she made it. And I told several times in my earlier classes also, when you write the footnotes, you should write parentheses accessed on 14 September 2022, and the parenthesis arrested should be there, and every footnote ends with the full stop. But the students never paid the heed to my question and how I made it. Please note the point, how I made it. And I highlighted, and I several times I told also, but again the same thing, again the same thing, you have to try to change it because I already changed it. Here, I don't know why the space is more. Joseph Variaba, 2004, Commission, the law. The law means the law. The Law Reform Commission, then the T should be the capital letter also. The Law Reform Commission. Yes, do you want to ask anything? Participant, I could hear your sound,
Sir,
that's why I'm asking you. Do you want to ask anything or shall I proceed?
proceed, sir.
Yes, because if you make a little sound also, I could hear you. So report on the dedication, right to corruptions, okay, well and good, these efforts, there is no any grammatical matter. See, when you write the and, you never start with the word and. No, it's a bad style. Never start, you start with the this. And never start the sentence with the and. Anti-corruption, you say with anti-corruption, something missed over there, and hence it is highlighted. Then mandate to a, okay, and when you write and, the earlier there should be a comma should have to appear. That is the fundamental rule, the grammarian, the grammar software says. And I don't know why you put the after two another full stop. No, it is not the way to keep the full stop after two. You try to remove it because that is not the style of writing. Security in the society. The society, no, you did not specify in society according to the preventive methods, and that is the style you have to adapt it. And when you go to the further prevention and combating the Corruption Act, corruption is a form of dishonesty and its benefits, say third person singular, hence the verb should go with the yes and yes, because the rule says the verb should have an agreement with the subject. If the subject is a singular, the verb should be singular. If the subject is the plural, the verb should be the plural. That is the subject agreement rule. then colonial, before the colonial, that is the way of writing, and then in generally it's a colonial era generally, then comma should come over here. Then we don't never use the shortening form in your work. We don't do like that. You write in this manner. We don't like that. No shortening form. No, not it's not a shortening, it's a contraction form. In abbreviations, I told you there are four types of the abbreviation. Number one, initialism. Number two, acronym. Number three, shortening. Number four, contraction. They are all come under the abbreviations because there are four types of the abbreviations are there. Yeah, this is the way that you have to write it. Again, I found something wrong there. The legal. No, why the legal? Illegal. Because you did not specify the legal, that is illegal. And the corruption. Which corruption it is there? It is no the corruption. Corruption is a abstract noun. It never ends, goes with the any article, either a definite article or the indefinite article. So you should have to make it, it is an abstract noun because you cannot see the corruption, you cannot touch the corruption, but you can experience the corruption. Is it clear? So this was because of your life, which is negatives. Yeah, a negatives. That is the way possessive case it is, and you have to write in the. See, the German should come because they are specifically made. So during the German period, that is the way we have to write it. And the law, which law would be there? The law, specific law, because German law is there. Then we come to the HTTP. Again, you wrote, again, you have to follow the method which I told earlier. This is the wrong way of writing. It is a course. What is that? It is the wrong way of writing. Okay, CAP. CAP is a chapter abbreviation, shortening. So every shortening, first letter should be the capital letter, rest of the other letter should be a small letter, and ends with the punctuation, full stop, and full stop that you fail to make it out here, and RE, revised edition. And now the latest trend is you don't write the full stop in the revised edition because it is initialism. Initialism never goes with any punctuation. So every footnote ends with a full stop, hence we have to write the full stop at the end of it. And act number also the abbreviation, the first letter should be capital letter and the rest of the other letters should be small letter, and ends with the punctuation full stop of the 2007. Again the same thing that you do, RE, we need not to keep the full stop between the R and E because it is a initialism. Okay, now that is Daniel Kaufman and Pedro Vente, very good. But after Vente, you have to write, I'm sure that you have to write the comma, if I not be mistaken, later the year follows. Because this style of writing is called, what is this style of writing is called? Referencing. Anyone? If you know it, you tell me. If you don't know it, you say pass on. I did not see two members' microphone. Speak. Sengonka Ndambi and Timothy Chokoti, speak.
Shalobalo style.
It is not a Sharvaro style, it is. It is the American Psychological Association style. It is the outdated style of the South. But anyway, that they made it. But if I want to say, we will use mixed Turabian style and Chicago style. That is the style that we are using because the same style we use in the University of Dar es Salaam. Okay, now, okay, because after the authors, generally the year will follow only in the American Psychological Association style of referencing. So illegal, then illegal corruption, it is a title of the book. A title of the book always, it should be in italics, but always ends with a full stop. Second draft, generally we don't write second draft because either we write the second edition, if nothing is there, it deems to be the first edition. And we don't mention the reprint also. If it is the 13th edition reprint, we don't write reprint 13th edition, but we write only 13, 13RD, no, 13TH and space capital E small d full stop. That is the style of writing the edition. But anyway, that Oxford University Press, something is missing over here because when you write the imprint, it is called imprint. Imprinting consisting of how many fangs? Imprint consisting of how many fangs? Number one, name of the publisher, sorry, name of the, no, place of the publication, place of the publication. Number two, Oxford University Press, that is nothing but, give me the answer. Oxford University Press is nothing but, pass on, say pass on. Participants, Amna Kimia, your silence will kill me. If you are silent, I used to say, my tongue is tied, my hands are handcuffed, my legs are fettered. I cannot move. Give me the answer. I said, give me the answer. Pass on. I don't know. Say. Any one of you? Sir, we never say. Either you want to teach, you teach. If you don't want to teach, you just keep quiet. But we never say. Sir, there is a Matando problem. Why do you sit in that place where the signals are weak? So, it is the nothing but it is the name of the publisher and year of publication. Already we wrote in the APA style, adjacent to the author and excuse me. Corruption is not equally elaborated. Okay, it is well and good. There is no problem at all. And here, okay, no problem in the body, but I did not see the content. But generally, the content will be very nice because you worked hard for that one, except that formation is concerned and the format is concerned and the rules of the referencing is concerned and writing the capital letter small letter is concerned and writing the italics and underline is concerned where you committed a mistake because a format is a very much important factor. So, Journal of African Political Science. See, for instance, you write report on the view of the legislative relating to corruption and Moyne M. et al. And others. I don't know who asked you to keep the square bracket here. Never square bracket. We never use the square bracket except in citation of All England Report, King's Bench, Appellate Court, Times Law Review. In that case only we wrote the square bracket and that to be year. Okay, corruption in Africa. This is the title of the article. When you write the title of the article, rule says title of the article APA. Generally, you can keep a single apostrophe for the title of the article. It is the procedure, single apostrophe, and ends with the prevention, the combating the corruption Bureau Country AC. Is it where it is gone? Yeah, here. Not here. Here it is above. Integrating our past colonial and corruption in sub-Saharan Africa. This is your article title. What is this? Article title. So article title will be generally single inverted comma. It will be. Or single inverted comma and ends with the Africa here and full stop, then single inverted comma. This is the style. And when you write the journal title, it should be the italics. The journal title should be the italics. Is it clear? The journal title would be the italics title. This is the way you have to write. I don't know why I'm not making it out because it's coming many. Okay. This is the style. Then it ends with the full stop because every title of the article, where the title of the journal, issued title of the book, end with the full stop. That is the fundamental rule. And here the title of the journal should be in italics and end with the full stop, but not the comma. And when you say the volume V should be capital letter, O should be small letter, L should be small letter because it is a shortening and full stop 3 full stop comma number shortening. Okay, this is a very good way of writing. So the Prevention of Combating the Corruption Bureau Country ESA report is a report. What is third annual general meeting? Yes, when you say meeting, name should be capital letter and Bujumbura and Burundi. Okay, well and good. It's very nice. So now it is a report is concerned. When you are writing the report, one should have to be keep in mind there is a space you are not given here. That's why it is showing the red. So the prevention of the combating of the corruption bureau and what is country EACA report? I did not see the bureau and country. EACA report. Up to this extent, it is the report. Okay, a report should be EACA report. Either we can write this in italics or we can write in general, but the uniformity should be maintained. So that the annual general body meeting Bujumbura, I think there is a committed a mistake in the Bujumbura spelling. That's why you could see the red color. And Burundi full stop. When you're writing the cap is a shortening. First letter should be capital letter and the rest of the letter should be small letter and ends with the full stop. Fundamental things. No, because still you are not followed. You did not observe my video lessons. Otherwise, you should not commit such a mistake. Again, you are committed a mistake because when you are writing the side heading, accept the propositions, accept the conjunction, accept the articles, and other every word should be a capital word. First word should be. So this is the way of writing. Of proposition. So no O capital letter. The is the indefinite article. Sorry, definite article. Hence no T capital letter. Is it clear? So something grammatically it is showing to the discover, not discovery or something. To discover of is removed, discover of the discovery, no, discovered to the discovered fact. Or we can say aiming to discovered fact. That is the appropriate way of writing. Because grammatical mistake is there. And getting the information upon the commission of an offense, of course, CE is a British and SE is the American. You can write the both the way, but we follow the Britisher because we follow the common law. So that is the right way of writing the offense. Yes, we can dismiss it. And when you say conducting a criminal, A should be written over here, criminal. And then we say the of a police force and auxiliary service act. I don't know who said to make the act in a italics. No italics. Act will not be in italics. Is it clear? What is in italics? Name of the newspaper, name of the book, I mean title of the book or title of the journal. These things should be in italics. Even, yes, and ends with the full stop. That is the fundamental rule. Where the police, the should come, where the police, because the indefinite article you did not mention here, and involved in the investigation, again, in the investigation, means particular investigation, not any investigation. So, again here cap you did not follow it because it is a shortening and ends with the full stop, and here old style is there, you remove it. Then local sector, Machome, Safuni, criminal law in general. I don't know why you did not write the L capital letter here because It is not a conjunction, it is not a proposition, it is not a article. You have to write it. And the Open University of Tanzania, so it's a manual. I don't know why you kept the Open University of Tanzania is a italics. It is a manual written by the Professor Symphony Mchome, and the place of publication is a Dar es Salaam Press. It is published. When you publish the Dar es Salaam place, you have to write the Dar es Salaam and Dar es Salaam place because it is a imprint. Imprinting having the three parts. Number one, name, place of publication. Number two, name of the publisher. And of course, here will come in the APS style after the author, hence you arrive at it. So now cap, I don't know why you wrote in this manner. We never write cap in that manner because we write in this manner because that is the fundamental rule. Because it is a shortening in the abbreviation, the C should be capital letter and the other letter should be the small letter, ends with the full stop. That is the fundamental rule. So several times I told in my video classes, but still you did not follow promptly what my video classes are there. So Polesana, I can say it because, and whenever you are writing the case laws in the body of it, we never put the underline. Underline is the old style, and now the new style is italics. And when you are writing the V should not be the capital letter, V should be the small letter. It is a new style and a Starvaro style and acceptable style. Neither you write the V capital letter, nor you write the V capital letter and S small letter and full stop. Neither you have to write V capital letter ERSUS. No. Small letter V ends with the full stop, and this is writing, and the comma, then the footnote. Again, you committed a mistake here. Here the cap. I already told you that how the cap should be written. And whereby is a one word you have to keep in the mind because grammar says, and giving something wrong here. Law that gives the police, not the police, because subject agreement is there when the verb is when the subject is a singular, the verb should be singular. When the subject is a plural, the verb should be plural. That is called the subject agreement in the grammar. So force to, not force the. Conduct the investigation. Conduct an investigation because IEOU, investigation. In general, having a general, that is the way of writing. So there are some spelling, not grammatical mistakes also there, and I am converting here that guides because that is the way of writing the grammar according to the grammar. Then the investigate on the investigation, but no, actually it is not the on the investigation. It is guides the investigation. And the cap again that you committed the same mistake what I said earlier. Then RE is the old style of keeping the full stop between the R and E. Then GN, government notice number. After number there is not a comma, there should be a full stop. Please note the point. And the company representative, and okay, there is well and good, there is no problem at all. Then we further go it again. I told you that you are not supposed to keep the underline because that is the old style. What I said is should be remove the underline and keep the in italics, and the V should be a small letter. That is the point which I made it very much clear earlier. So now let us go further. In addition to the first thing, I could not see any mistakes here. Objective of the study is well and good, but you are not supposed to write after four full stop. It is a fundamentally a wrong manner of writing. And the objective, okay, well and good, you made it. And the specific objective, well and good, but never use the full stop after small Roman. Then what you have to do is, Arrestor. This is the style. This is the way that you have to write it, not the full stop. Not the full stop. After the Roman number. So write the Roman number 1 arrestor. This is. And here also it will be automatically, it will be changed. So you have to write in the arrestor here also the same way, to like this. This is the style. Of course, see that it is in the sequence should be maintained. Another point. And here also it should be maintained here. You should not go in this way. And you should come exactly after T-O. That is the way of writing. And when you come to this matter again, it will come under T or O. That is. Then this should be become automatically 3. And that is the way that you have to make it out. And when you're writing the subject adjective, generally they will use the full stop. But when you're writing the hypothesis, we use the semicolon. So research hypothesis never be in a passage. Never. It will never be in the passage. Hypothesis, I told very clearly, but still, hapana. Hypothesis never be in paragraph. It should be, you read my one, then you write semicolon, 2, there's semicolon, and 3, there's semicolon, and never ever exceed 4. In case, at the most, excuse me, 5th is the last. But I suggest never exceed more than 4. That is the motion. Okay, scope of the study. Okay, never mind. I told you already, you are not supposed to write in this style. It is the old style. Write small Roman, then arrestor, means parenthesis, means arrestor means square bracket, circular bracket. That is the way I have shown earlier. See, here also I will show you for your understanding. This is the way. This is the right way you have to make it out. So research methodology, type of research, sampling design, there is the same monotonous. There is no change at all. And here one primary, again I told you, you should not write in that primary in that manner. See, what you have to do is, when you say that it's a division of it, better you can make it out in either this style you can make it out, or 1.8.3.4, or you can make it out. And that is the best method. See, here also that you do the same thing. And not the way, another way. Okay, questionnaire survey, okay. Then question should be always open ending questions. Not it should be given yes or no answers. Open ending questions, it should be framed. And target groups also very important. That is also say interview guide and to whom that you serve, and in data analysis. I don't know what method that you are used in the data analysis. Methods you are using in data analysis. Is it a pie charts or diagrams or bar charts, etc.? How do you represent it? These are things also very important, and you should come over there. In the literature review, okay, Masabo, but again you should see that she has done a particular thing, but she did not, or he did not focus on this thing. But the author, the scholar is doing to do in this manner. That should be appear in each and every author. Pradhan, then we should have to write comma. And Peter Mina, Pradhan 25. There is no other name, only one name is there. No Imbele, no Moisho. No forename, no surname, only middle name is there. And I don't know who told you the style of writing the square bracket, circular bracket here. I told you not supposed to write the circular bracket in the APS style. It's only the parenthesis that is nothing but the circular, either not a square bracket, it should be a circular bracket or the round bracket, but never square bracket. That's if I committed a mistake, I want to rectify it now. See, in Nambia Law Journal, I told you that whenever you write the journal should be in italics, but not the author's article should be in italics. Author article should be in the single inverted comma. If you want to keep it, you can keep it out, but never be in italics. Never be in italics. Is it clear? Sir, we don't know, sir. At least let me see whether the person whose work I am doing is present or not. Hapana. Hapana. Capital letter bold. Kati kati. Whose work I am doing, the lady or the girl, the person is absent. That is the fate. Polesana. Again, we have to make it the thing. And then we go further. Again, I give you that after the author, there should be a comma should have to come. Otherwise, it's a mistake. And here again, you wrote the square bracket of your own choice. Sometimes circular bracket, sometimes flower bracket, sometimes curve bracket, sometimes angle bracket. There is no method of following that. Again, in the committed a mistake here, which used to be italics, which should not be italics. One should have to keep in the mind. Then say the bibliography, then we can say sometimes selected bibliography because we did not deal everything. Okay, here again I missed the second draft. I told you already that what should come here, the imprint, the name of the publication, sorry, the place of the publication, the name of the publisher, and if there is a particular pages, PP, full stop, 37 to 40, full stop. If it is only one page is there, small p, full stop, 67, full stop. So that is the style of writing. Okay, here also the Open University of Tanzania. Again, she wrote very well, but every title ends with a full stop. And you have to write the Open University of Tanzania where it is there. It's the Dar es Salaam, the Open University of Tanzania Press. Or no, it's the Dar es Salaam Press. Okay. Okay, Dar es Salaam Press, but we have to write the total referencing here. Okay, that is the meaning of it. If there is no edition, means the first edition. Here also that you have committed a mistake. Actually, this should be italics and this should be ordinary and that should be in single inverted comma. It should be in single inverted comma and ends with the same also. Single inverted comma, but no italics. So volumes well and good, number well and good, no Peter Mina, Masova Juliana, again they wrote, again the square bracket, but never use the square bracket in the APS style. Again, they say National Law School, there is a Namibia Law Journal, and that should be in the italics, but the rest of the other things should be not italics, only the single inverted comma, it should be written over there. So I already told you. So Tapsina, again, we can make it out here also, the practical everyday repair of Tanzania, a paper presented. Okay, 20 international seminar it is. Okay, Pradhan, no, forename, no, surname in this one, when prosecuting, in prosecuting, the P should be capital letter because it's a title, generally the first letter should be capital letter, except the conjunction and prepositions and articles. So here also the C capital letter, you have to make it out, and these are the correction one should have to Keep in mind when you are writing even the cases also, the C should be capital, C should be the capital letter. In Tanzania, I don't know whether it is a journal, whether it is a book, whether it is a report. I did not clear it. Women and Justice Fellow Avan Global Center for the Women Justice. Please specify what it is. Is it a book? Is it a journal? Is it a report? Is it a dissertation? Is it a thesis? It should be very much clear. So report, see, like that, a report on the legislation relating to corruption. Yes, it is a report, but mm, where it is published, who is the publisher? Full citation should come over there. Full citation. Suppose if you tapped from the net, at that instance, you have to give the net citation. I mean, like accessed on the so and so. It should be given in that manner. And that is the complete giving the reference, it seems. Otherwise, it is nussu nussu, we will say. And what are the other things? Okay, you put it in a vice. But one thing you have forgotten to keep it. Everything should be in a alphabetical order in the bibliography. Please note the point. Everything should be everything should be in bibliography or selective bibliography in alphabetical manner. And generally, if it is a proposal, then every proposal I told you goes with the chapterization. I did not find the chapterization here. Every proposal goes with the chapterization. And you should also be included questionnaire model. And if any other thing, it should be added in an Excel. So these are the things generally. It means you did not see my article, which already there in the website. Here also I can show you that article which I wrote it, and there it is. Yeah, this is the yours. Of course, this is UNDHR education read scenario. This is my article. I will show you that where I kept it. Ghaziabad proposal, TH1, no, proposal, yeah, it is here. See, this article, I don't know whether you saw it or not. International Journal of Science, Arts and Commerce Legal Research Proposal for the Students of Law, Professor Dr. Mohammed Saheb Hussain, and with my student in the UDSM, now he is a lecturer in the UDAM, Mohammed Masood Khartoum. So we wrote this article and we gave what are the points should be necessary, what are the things should be necessary, and clearly we mentioned. In the sequence also we mentioned what should become, what are the sequences like, but here the South is using the different system which is obsolete in nature. But actually, this is the way you have to write it. Introduction, background of the problem, statement of the problem, significance of the problem, objective of the problem, and general objective and specific objective. Then the literature review. Later on the literature review, the hypothesis come. When hypotheses are there, you did not mention the research questions. Later on, the research methodology, limitation of the scope of the study, time research progress, financial tables, chapterization, bibliography, questionnaires, and an appendix, if any. So these are the style of what should be given in the introduction. I made it very much clear. What should be the given in the background of the problem, and what is the component should be. Yes. Do you want to ask anything? Do you want to ask anything? Shall I proceed? Shall I proceed?
Yes.
Why you are speaking in the middle? If you do want to ask anything, you can ask me. or you mute it. I don't know. Give me the answer whether you have seen this article. Give me the answer
I'm okay,
whether you
sir.
have seen this
Continue.
article.
No question.
Did you see this article which I put it on the screen?
Yes.
Did you follow the method?
Yes.
Your this article method is different and South guidelines is different. You are saying yes, you are wrong. Don't say yes. Follow what is given in the South. But content should be what should be the content is more important. And here I have given the content. What content should be the more important? What should be written in the objective of the study? What should be written in the general objective? What should be written in the specific objective? How do you write the literature review? How you write how many types of the reviews are there? How do you write the hypothesis? See, I gave a clear picture, but the student wrote the hypothesis in paragraph manner. Here I told you, in conducting any research where you will study, whatever the specialization, particularly we are preparing the research proposal, there is nothing which more complicated and difficult to the researcher than the formulating the hypothesis. A hypothesis is a plural form is hypothesis, and the combination of the two Greek words hypo means less than and under. And the function of the hypothesis show that is the crux of your work. Hypothesis should be written in a manner also that I give. How you have to write the hypothesis. It should be in always small Roman, ends with the arrestor, and not more than one line or two line. That is the way of writing. A short statement usually in a tentative way relating the assumptions obtained by the researcher from the information obtained as a result of the referring the literature on the proposed title or topic. So I give the style of writing of the hypothesis also. Never you write the hypothesis in a paragraph. According to the information obtained from a number of the literature consulted, the following assumptions are formulated or indicated under the things. When you write the hypothesis, never write the research question. When you write the research questions, never write the hypothesis, because hypothesis is nothing but in one form, in another form are the research question, and these research questions are nothing but general objective, including the specific objectives. So research methodology, what type of the research that you are doing? Empirical research, primary research, secondary research, questionnaire method or interview method, how the questionnaire would be there. These are all the things should be taken into consideration. In the limitation of the study, what are the points should be considered, that should come there. Then, of course, you are not sponsored by any other organization except yourself only. Otherwise, you have to write the time frame also. Still 5 minutes are left. So time frame, research progress, financial tables, how much the money would be required, how much time would be required, and it should be shown in the tabular form if it is financed by any organization. If it is your self-finance, it will be there, you need not to mention. Then chapterization is very much important. What is the first chapter deals? Generally the proposal which is going to be turned into the first chapter. I repeat, generally the proposal is going to be turned as a first chapter. So the bibliography, or we can say the selected bibliography, the style of writing the bibliography, you have to follow which come first, which come next, and it would be always alphabetical manner. Then annexures are the questionnaires or the appeals, appendixes. Then generally you have to write in each chapter conclusion. Except the last chapter, the conclusion comes in the second part of it, and the last part of it, either you can say recommendations or you can say suggestions. But Sharbaro style is recommendations. Each chapter, please write the conclusion, at least one paragraph of that chapter. But the last chapter, you write the conclusion in the second part. Because in the last chapter, generally, either the fourth chapter or the fifth chapter, it will be the conclusion and recommendation. That is the subtitle of the chapter. Then it is a fourth chapter, then 4.1 is a overall view, 4.2 conclusion, 4.3 sometimes they write way forward, and sometimes the people will not write it. Or sometimes they write 4.2 conclusion, 4.3 recommendation, 4.4 way forward means how we can proceed from that place to other things also. It depends upon the nature of a person, we can write it. But in general, it is the fifth chapter, 5.1 is called overall view, and 5.2 is the conclusion, then the 5.3 is the recommendations over. So that is the way of your writing. What are the things should be there in the recommendation? I clearly mentions here. So please go through my work and see that what are the content of each subheading, each side heading. Because heading comes in the center, subheading comes in the heading below, and side heading comes where the side heading comes. Sekonga Ndambi, I never heard your voice. At least unmute and speak. I would like to see whether you are present or not. Ndambi.
I'm listening, Professor.
Yes, but you have to give the answer also to my questions. Otherwise, how could I know that you are listening me? Unless I could get the answer from you. Now you tell me where the side heading appears in the page.
Pardon?
Where the side heading appears in the page.
Continue, Professor.
This is the side heading. This is the side heading. Where it appears in the page? Say. Left hand side. Say.
Left hand side.
Where the heading appears?
Left hand side.
Heading will not appear left hand side. Heading appeared in the middle of the page. And that to be the all capital letters, bold letters. And subheading, where it appears? Subheading appears in the kati below the heading. Always all capital letters, all bold. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, Professor.
I don't know, Polisana. If you don't know what is heading, what is subheading, I told several times.
lot of time working on social media for my clients. I create a lot of video content